to One World's Education Agenda. This is our special YouTube segment, and we're talking tonight about the Common Core. The Common Core is essential for 21st century literacy. We have heard much about the Common Core. A lot of it has been negative, but we're here to tell you that the Common Core is a good thing. We're not going to mince words about, is it good, is it bad, is it, negative, is it positive. We consider, as an educator, I consider the Common Core to be positive because it is giving students extra or specific skills, specific knowledge, specific awareness, specific abilities to succeed in this 21st century. And with me to have this conversation is the assistant principal at Hillhouse High School. He is a former math teacher at ESAMS. The engineering, tell us what ESAMS was?
It's an Engineering Science University Magnet School. Yep.
And you were a math teacher.
Yeah, math and engineering teacher, yep.
Yeah, so tell us about the Common Core and why parents and students watching this segment and teachers should really embrace this.
I think it's a very good question. I think that the Common Core is really what I call a theoretical framework that identifies a set of standards that challenges students to be creative thinkers, analytical, and collaborators. Those big standards are then broken down into more measurable objectives that teachers are able to implement in the class. So overall, what Common Core is, it's a guideline. It's a blueprint to inform teachers how quickly, how fast they're moving, the pacing. But more so than just a theoretical framework, what it is, I think it's in alignment with what I think our workforce need. I've had conversations with New Haven Manufacturers Association, and what they're saying is that they need people, or students rather, who want to go in the workforce, who are critical thinkers, who are collaborators, who are innovators. And that's what Common Core really challenges students, teachers, parents to really do. For the teachers, they're saying, okay, let's move away from just teaching skills. We want application of those skills. So no longer can a math teacher say, I'm only teaching y equals mx plus b. But there has to be an application so that students can see the meaning of it, so that they can also be interested in it. Also, with parents, parents also need to be informed about what Common Core is, the role that they need to play in supporting the schools, their parents, their students. So overall, I think it's a wonderful theoretical framework that challenges teachers, students, and parents to work together.
And you said that at Hillhouse, you're preparing students, whether they want to go on to college or go in the workforce, you're preparing students in a way that through the Common Core, they're going to be prepared to go in the workplace and function effectively and productively and be able to earn a living, whether they have a college degree or not. This is not to say you shouldn't go to college. We certainly want to encourage people to get a college education. But we're saying that the Common Core is such an improvement over what was before, sort of road to learning for many people, that if they apply themselves effectively, when they graduate from the 12th grade, they should be able to get a job in the workplace and be equipped to function.
Absolutely. I just wanted to just highlight one important thing. One of the standards in math is to model with mathematics. Mm-hmm. And what we do know is that society is a living organism when it comes to math.
Yes.
From basic numbers, if a student is going to be operating a CNC machine, they have to be able to identify the space.
What's a CNC machine?
So it's called a computer numeric controller.
Oh, okay.
So what it really is, just think about this machine that operates in space. Mm-hmm. And so teachers now, if they're teaching, graphing X, Y, Z plane, now the student can take that knowledge, go into a CNC machine, and program that machine. They can tell the machine where to go. And so that's the application now of basic graphing, Cartesian coordinates. So, again, the Common Core is challenging teachers to really focus on application of the skills.
Thank you. Susie, first I want to say Susannah Beal is from West Haven High School. She's a senior. She has been participating in various OneWorld programs. She's a brilliant young woman. And
Thank you.
I really want to say about her as we've demonstrated with some of our other students from other districts, when you pay attention to your work, you shine. And education, when you shine in education, the world is your oasis. So tell us in as briefly and crisply as you can, how have you benefited from using the Common Core in the past year and a half or so at your school?
Well, Common Core is still new to everyone in the public school district. We're in a transitional phase right now, but Common Core has definitely opened my mind to a new way of learning. I'm no longer asked to recall information, rather, as Garfield said, I'm asked to apply it to different situations, and that's a new way of thinking, and it's tough. I'm not going to lie. It's tough having to think in a new way, and my lessons are harder. There's no way to get around it. It's true. It's harder, but I think it's a necessary shift that we need to make as students and educators and implementers. Because the world is changing and we are entering the 21st century. We're in the 21st century.
Yes.
And we are facing a globalized world, and the Common Core is equipping me with the skills that I will need to succeed in that sort of world in the future.
Thank you. Pauline Evans is a parent, and she's a grandparent, and she's a parent. One of the reasons I invited Pauline to participate, because I've known her for many years. She's really a committed parent, a committed adult to education, to her children and her grandchildren. And Pauline, what have you learned so far about, because we did an earlier program. Tell us what you have learned so far about the Common Core, and what would you say to other parents who might be turned off by what they've heard?
I think that they need to go in deeper, maybe speak with the administration of the schools and not go by hearsay, and really get more involved. And, if you lack knowledge, then you have to blame yourself, because it's out there. And from what I learned, I think it's a very good thing for the kids, and especially for kids, because I'm also a foster parent and a guardian. And so I see that different kids come from different backgrounds, and to have this type of new Common Core at the schools, it will be beneficial for kids, because I don't think all kids, that I've been around, feel that they are college material, or they have everything they need to go to college, whether it's finance or self-esteem or whatever happened when they were growing up. So I think this gives them no window, to apply themselves. To
Give them another option.
Yeah, to finish school, and look forward to taking care of, the basic needs, like in the workforce.
Pauline, thank you. I want you to say a little bit about the importance of parents communicating with the schools, because I know you have faced some communication challenges, but sometimes, teachers are overwhelmed too, and they don't need one more thing. But when communication is not effective and not working well, it creates additional problems, both for the parents, the students, and the teachers. So what would you say, and I'm going to ask Garfield to address that too, what would you say to parents about the importance of making sure that they reach out and create a partnership with the school, and the same to the school? What would you say?
I think that's what it will help the kids to see, with their education. And because some kids, if they know that there's, like you said, a house undivided, it won't stand. If they see that, you have the school and you have the parents.
And they're fighting each other.
They're fighting each other or disconnected, they feel lost.
Yes.
They feel lost. They feel like nobody really cares. And if they will connect, that makes the student more aggressive in learning.
Yes, yes.
And they feel like, you know what, I am worth something.
Yes, because my parents care and my teachers care. Yes. I want to say something that a parent told me recently. She told me that she went to her child's school to have a meeting, and that when she walked in and identified herself, she interpreted the reception. She got the body language, the facial expressions of the staff at the school to have been negative, and she immediately felt very defensive. So whereas she had gone in first with the idea that, I really want their help and I'm going to work with them to make this work for my daughter, after the reception she got, she felt more antagonistic towards them. And in the end, her daughter didn't benefit, because she was angry and the school staff apparently was angry. How do we address that, Garfield?
So with Common Core, I think schools and school districts are unpacking what it means to teach Common Core. So there's also, I'll say, a level of tension also in schools,
school, yes.
right? And so teachers also are being challenged to shift their instruction, and so there's also that. Lack of a better word, I think, competence development, the capacity development. So teachers are being professionally developed to teach Common Core more effectively. Parents want information.
Yes.
And so there are times where, I will honestly say that teachers are doing the best that they can to explain what does it mean to to do homework. I think the level of participation that parents need to input. But overall, I think, just getting used to the change, it will take time.
Yes.
And so I think parents also have to be patient in the information that's being provided to them by schools. And schools have to also be very mindful that, for parents, this is their education. I mean, this is their child's education, and it's meaningful. And so I need to make certain that I have enough information to develop my child's education. So, I mean, it's a balancing act, but I do think that schools have to communicate more clearly, more frequently, provide workshops for parents to know more about Common Core. But I think eventually it is going to taper off in terms of the anxiety.
Yes.
And I think it will be a very good thing. Yes, I'm hoping so.
Okay,
yes.
As we wrap this up, I want to say too. First, I am so grateful to the three of you. We have had a long day, and I'm very grateful to the three of you for coming and sharing your thoughts about this. At One World, our goal and objective in doing this program is to help parents and teachers, help everyone we serve in the community to have a clearer understanding about this important aspect of our development as a society. Education is critically important, and it is more so in the 21st century. The Common Core is something that is challenging all of us to rise to our full potential so we can cope more effectively in a global world. I think parents are challenged. Many parents are working 2 jobs. They have more than 1 child. It is not easy. We ask parents to be patient and to be cooperative with the teachers. And we ask teachers and administrators to be understanding that parents do face difficulties in trying to get what is best for their children. None of us want our children to fail in the future. So we ask for patience and understanding on both sides, and we ask students to apply themselves, because this is about creating a better life for you. I'm glad you joined us for this segment of One World's Education Agenda. Watch our YouTube channel frequently. Watch us on your public access channel. And please go to our website. You can send us notes. We have an active blog. Send us notes and comments. We'd like to hear from you. Just keep it clean and positive, please. Thank you very much.